Assalamu alaikum class. Good morning. Today we are going to study or studies on via online mode due to COVID-19 vacations. बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम. अजीज तलबा अस्सलाम वालेकुम. आज हम स्टार्ट करने वाले हैं बायोलॉजी क्लास 10 चैप्टर 15 इनहेरिटेंस. तो इनहेरिटेंस का फर्स्ट टॉपिक जो हम स्टडी करेंगे वो होगी व्हाट इज जेनेटिक्स. So genetics is the branch of biology that deals with the transmission of characteristics that are called traits from parents to their offsprings. This process is called inheritance. So this is the definition of genetics. What are the chromosomes? The chromosomes are consist of chromatin material, that is DNA and proteins. The proteins are histone proteins that are used in this in wrapping the DNA around these histone proteins. This process, the nucleosomes are present inside the nucleus. So inside the nucleus, the DNA material wraps around the histone protein that looks like the beads or the string. So the fibers consisting of nucleosome that condense into a compact form and form the structure of chromosomes. So what is the structure of chromosome? That is, the structure of chromosome includes the wrapping of DNA around the histone proteins. Both the histone protein and DNA comprise and make a chromosome. What is the Watson-Crick model of DNA? Watson and Crick presented their model on the structure of DNA in 1953. They concluded the 5 points. The first one, our DNA consists of 2 polynucleotide chains. These chains wrap around each other in a helical form called the double helix, and they are majorly consist of the DNA consists of 3 parts. The 3 parts of DNA are phosphate group, a pentose or hexose sugar, and the third part is the nitrogenous base. Nitrogenous base are mostly consist of in the form of nucleotides. There are 2 parts, 2 major components. There include the nucleotide and nucleoside. Nucleotides are adenine, thymine, and guanine, cytosine. These form mutual bonding between them. There are mutual bonding between these base pairs. That is, adenine forms double bond with thymine, whereas guanine forms triple bond with cytosine. Now we are going to study how these terms are interlinked with each other. The last part of the portions of the chromosome or DNA are called genes. Genes are the basic functional and structural unit that have their basic role in inheritance. They directly control a specific character or trait within an organism. A gene controls and instructs. They have instructions. They are fragments of DNA that comprise the instructions to synthesize proteins. These proteins exhibit a particular trait are expressed within an organism. So there is an animal cell. We have an animal cell here, and it has following parts. The major anatomy of an animal cell includes lysosome, its basic component that dissolves the extracellular material or waste products, plasma membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus, nucleolus that comprises the nucleosomes, and endoplasmic reticulum. Moreover, there is Golgi apparatus. A mitochondria is also there for the providing a cell with energy to carry out its living activities. The next part, from inside the nucleus there is a chromosome. You see, there is a chromosome. A chromosome is present inside the nucleosome, and chromosome comprises of the arms. These arms are called chromatids that are united through the central part of a chromosome. The arms of chromosome are called chromatids. Now we see what the chromatids contain. There is a DNA. There is a whole DNA that comprises various base pair linked between them, and hydrogen bonding exists between them. The peptide bonds are also existed within the protein part, where there is a hydrogen bonding overall that is maintaining the double helical structure within a DNA. The two chains you see are interlinked with each other through the GCAT base pairs. These base pairs link the both chains with each other. When we see the DNA replication, there are two chains with the opposite ends, that is the 3 and 5 end. So when we go in depth, the structure, that is a P for phosphate group, and there is a T links to A and G links to C. Here you see the structure, that is a 5-carbon sugar, pentose sugar, that is comprising a phosphate group, and on one side that is thiamine, nitrogenous base, thiamine, and other adenine. There is a double bond between T and A, adenine, thiamine, ATGC base pair, and the triple bond between G and C. So a gene is a basic structure of an organism that contains the information for protein synthesis, whereas the ribosome that are synthesized within the nucleus have a direct role in the production or synthesis of protein. So here we conclude our lecture. तो आज बेटा हमने स्टडी किया है जेनेटिक्स को. जेनेटिक्स है खसूसियात का पेरेंट्स से ऑफस्प्रिंग औलाद के अंदर मुंतकिल करने के अमल को. क्रोमोसोम क्या होते हैं बेटा? मुश्तमिल होते हैं क्रोमेटिन मटेरियल पे, जो कि डीएनए और प्रोटीन पर मुश्तमिल होता है. न्यूक्लियोसोम वो स्ट्रक्चर है जब डीएनए इर्द गिर्द रैपिंग करता है किसके? प्रोटीन्स के, हिस्टोन प्रोटीन्स के, और बनाता है एक तस्वीर के दाने की तरह का स्ट्रक्चर, और फाइबर्स इस तरह के जो मिलकर बनाते हैं क्रोमोसोम का स्ट्रक्चर. जबकि वाटसन क्रिक्स मॉडल में हमने 5 पॉइंट्स का मुताला किया है. 2 पॉलीन्यूक्लियोटाइड चेन्स पे मुश्तमिल होता है, कॉइल्ड होते हैं ये दोनों चेन्स एक दूसरे के इर्द गिर्द. फॉस्फेट शुगर आउटसाइड मौजूद होती है, जबकि नाइट्रोजनस बेस इनसाइड डीएनए स्ट्रक्चर के मौजूद होती है, और एडेनाइन थायमाइन के साथ डबल बॉन्ड बनाता है, जबकि गायनाइन साइटोसाइन के साथ ट्रिपल बॉन्ड बनाता है. इसी तरह हम देखते हैं स्ट्रक्चर एनिमल सेल को. एनिमल सेल के अंदर उसके ऑर्गेनेलीज मौजूद हैं. ऑर्गेनेलीज के अंदर जब न्यूक्लियस, जो इसका मेन पार्ट है, उसके अंदर न्यूक्लियस है, उसके अंदर मौजूद होता है क्रोमोसोम. क्रोमोसोम के अंदर डीएनए, डीएनए के एक पोर्शन को या हिस्से को हम कहते हैं जीन. तो ये पूरा हमने एक जीन का या डीएनए की बेस पेयर्स का स्ट्रक्चर बनाया है, किस तरह वो आपस में इंटरलिंक्ड करती हैं. तो आज हमने बेसिक टर्मिनोलॉजीज को स्टडी किया है जेनेटिक्स की, और जेनेटिक्स का एक मेजर रोल है हमारे पूरे इनहेरिटेंस, यानी कि वालिदैन से जो तौलीदी खसूसियात हैं जो कि हमारे अंदर आती हैं, वो तमाम हम स्टडी करते हैं इनहेरिटेंस के अंदर. तो इसी के साथ जेनेटिक जीनोटाइप के बारे में आपको मैं बताता जाऊं. जीनोटाइप कहते हैं किसी भी ऑर्गेनिज्म के स्पेसिफिक जेनेटिक मेकअप को, कि जीन्स उसके अंदर स्पेसिफिकली कौन कौन से पाए जाते हैं. स्पेसिफिक जीन्स दैट मेक अप एन ऑर्गेनिज्म इज कॉल्ड इट्स जीनोटाइप. So today here we conclude our lecture. Thank you so much for being with us. It's Muhammad Farhan Mukhtar signing off. Allah Hafiz.